Alright guys, my name is Shervin House. Welcome to the FinlyWealth channel. Today we're going to take a look at one of the best cashback credit cards in Canada, and that is the AMEX Simply Cash Preferred. Now, not only does this card get you a ton of cashback in a lot of different areas, it also gets you a lot of important perks that you can use, particularly towards travel. But before we get into it, make sure to smash the subscribe button and join the FinlyWealth community, and also smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm as well. But without further ado, let's get right into what makes this card so amazing. Now, with this card, you get 4% cashback on gas and groceries and 2% cashback on everything else. In addition, you get a ton of perks, some of which are absolutely amazing at this price range. Now, for one, you have mobile device insurance, which means that if you buy your phone with this card and then you accidentally damage or have your phone stolen, you are covered up to $1,000 per device for 2 years after the purchase date. So you don't have to splurge out for Apple Care Plus or some sort of extra warranty. Your credit card is already covering you for any of those events. In addition, you get purchase protection for up to 90 days on all your purchases, which means that if you buy anything on this card and within 90 days of buying it, it's either accidentally damaged or stolen, then again, you're insured to be reimbursed up to $1,000 per occurrence. So if you go and buy a new laptop or a piece of clothing or whatever, again, all those things are also insured for up to 90 days from the date of purchase. But you also get a ton of travel perks and coverages as well. For example, you have out-of-province emergency medical insurance up to $5 million per person for the first 15 days of your travel. You also have stuff like flight delay insurance, baggage delay insurance, hotel burglary insurance, lost or stolen baggage insurance, travel credit insurance, and even car rental insurance for vehicles up to a value of $85,000. And again, you get all these features for a fee of only $10 a month. Now, of course, you might say there are some no-fee credit cards that also get good cashback, and that is true. For example, there's the Rogers MasterCard, where if you have at least one service with either Rogers, Fido, or Shaw, and then you use that card to pay off that service with your cashback, you can get basically up to 3% value back on every dollar spent on a free card. But of course, if you don't have at least one service with Rogers, Fido, or Shaw, all of a sudden the Rogers card is not really applicable to you anymore because you all of a sudden get far less cashback than any of those numbers. And of course, the Rogers Red MasterCard doesn't have any of these travel or mobile device coverages at all. And the Rogers Red World Elite even doesn't have most of these coverages, even though it has some here and there. There are also some no-fee credit cards that get you really good cashback in certain categories. For example, there's a Simply Financial Visa card that gets you 4% cashback at restaurants, bars, and coffee shops, but it doesn't really get you a ton of cashback anywhere else. There's the BMO Cashback MasterCard that gets you 3% cashback on groceries, but again, doesn't really get you a ton of cashback anywhere else. The great thing about the AMEX Simply Cash Preferred is that if you're looking for a cashback credit card that can get you a ton of value on almost any purchase you make ever, this is the card for you. I mean, 2% cashback on everything is already a great start, but then also 4% cashback on gas and groceries, two areas where, a lot of our spendings usually go. That's just amazing numbers. And if you are the type of person that spends a lot of money, let's say at restaurants, bars, and coffee shops, and you want high cashback on those, well, guess what? The Simply Financial Visa card is free to own, so you could have both of them. And since this is a Visa card, it would also help you out in those few occasions where Amex cards are not accepted. This is a very common criticism that I see all the time in the comment sections, people talking. They always say, oh, Amex, I don't know about Amex because some of the time they don't accept it. And yes, it is true. In my experience, about like 5 to 10% of the time, you go somewhere and they don't accept Amex. I don't think it's that big a deal because most of the time they do, but even for those few times that they don't, if you have both of these cards and you pair them together, not only do you get high cashback rates on a lot of different categories, but you also have a free backup for when you can't use your Amex. Also, the AMEX Simply Cash Preferred card is offering an amazing sign-up bonus right now where you get 10% cashback on all your purchases in the first 3 months, up to $2,000 spent. So right there, if you just put your regular expenses on this card for the first 3 months and you fill up that $2,000 quota, you get $200 of cashback just right there. That's enough to pay for the fee of the card for the first year and even for most of the second year as well. Also, you get an additional $50 in sign-up bonus if you just keep the card open and use it at least one time after the 13th month of owning the card. So basically, if you just keep the card open and use it at least one time 13 months after you open the card, then you get an additional $50 in sign-up bonus just like that. So if you get the initial $200 and the additional $50 in sign-up bonus, that's $250 right there. That's the first 2 years of the fees covered. And you can basically enjoy the card and everything it has to offer for free for the first 2 years. Now, of course, Amex also has another very popular card in the same price range, and that's the Amex Cobalt card, which costs right about the same. Now, this credit card is amazing if you're in the habit of collecting points, but if you're more of a cashback guy, you don't want to worry about the hassle of gathering points. How do I spend my points? How do I get the most out of my points? If you just want to avoid all of that hassle and you just want straight up cashback, then the SimplyCash Preferred is the better option for you. But on the other hand, if you want to squeeze every little bit of value you possibly can out of your credit card, and particularly if you travel at least once in a while, then the Cobalt card could also be a really good option for you. So let us know in the comments down below if you want to see a full video dedicated to the Cobalt card. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to smash the subscribe button down below and join the FinlyWealth channel. And also smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.